And of course, it's Josh Vigar from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And here we are with the Zenfone Zoom by ASUS. And you're going to notice that I won't have the screen on here. That's because we're actually working with a mock-up, so we can take a look at the hardware of this device. But there will be some clips being interspersed in this particular video of the software that you can see. It's just we couldn't take it off the actual tether. Nonetheless, I wanted to bring you my thoughts on at least the chassis, the design, and what has really kind of turned out to be a very nice feeling phone, despite the fact that on the back here, you're getting a full camera. We are still having the 13 megapixels here on the rear facing camera, and the front facing camera is 5 megapixels, but nonetheless it will have a 3 times zoom that has a total 12 times total magnification effect. But perhaps even more importantly than that, OIS is available here, optical image stabilization and laser autofocus, both great features that we have seen create some nice photos and a nice camera experience on other devices. And as far as the design goes, you can really see here that this is a nice looking camera already, but on the other side it just happens to be a phone. You have the nice big unit over here with the lens, that is the lens with all of the little parts over here, 3 times being shown here, ASUS right here on the left side, and then the rear facing camera, rear facing speaker I should say. But especially in the hand, you do have a nice metal feel all around in this particular sense. It does feel very sturdy, and it definitely feels like a premium device, which makes sense considering that its price point is going to be higher than the Zenfone 2s. You can even see this little shine here on the bottom where you can have this hairline aluminum feel, or metal feel I should just say, right there. What was also interesting here is the fact that the button layout is just a little bit different. You can have the power button right here, easily accessible with the thumb, and the volume rockers feel really meaty over on top of it. But down here we have the dedicated shutter button that is really nice to use, and after that a record button for video. So it's nice to be able to get straight to recording video with a dedicated button on there, not something you see all the time with other smartphone cameras, or in this case a camera smartphone. The ASUS Zenfone Zoom also comes with a 5.5-inch 1080p display covered in Corning Gorilla Glass 3, and though we don't have the full spec, we do expect this to have the same type of Intel processor that is available in the Zenfone 2. But now let's take a look at the Zen UI. Now, one of the main reasons why we weren't really able to take the phone off of the tether is because there are still a couple things that are being worked out in especially the camera software. But you can see that the Zen UI is largely the same when you look at this one compared to, say, the Zenfone 2 and whatnot, with all of the new customization features inside that you can really make this operating system your own. And going through everything, this is one of the few Asian manufacturers that puts a app drawer inside of the Zen UI, which is obviously going to be great for a lot of Western users, but nonetheless it's a very good looking Android iteration with 5.0 lollipop, as you can see, with the notification drop down being the way that it is, and also even the recent app screen having all of those cards there. But nonetheless, this was just a quick look at the Zenfone Zoom. We will obviously get our review unit at some point later on and be able to put this thing out for a camera shootout, perhaps up against some of the competitors that this form factor generally tends to sort of take on. Nonetheless, that is the Zenfone Zoom, and you can stay tuned to Android Authority for all the best coverage of CES 2015. We're here with ASUS on the floor at CES 2015. Make sure you stay tuned here because we are your source for all things Android.